Episode 229, recorded live on May 31st, 2017. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly. And as always, we are joined by producer Tom. That's it. That's all he has for you guys. You can check him out on Twitter at Thomas Philly. Now, today's episode is very odd. If you're looking for absolutely jaw-dropping setups, look elsewhere. And I don't mean that as an offensive sort of shade being thrown at these people, but everybody is quite literally 15 or 14 years old. It goes 15, 15, 15, 15, 14, 14, 14. And the craziest part is that was not even done on purpose. That was just all coink-dink. All right, so get ready for an interesting episode. I mean, literally everybody, Tom knows, everybody says like, yeah, I use my setup for gaming. That's it. They just dropped the mic after gamer. That. Yeah, super weird. So here we go. First set of the day, submitted by Joel. Joel is 15. Go figure. Uses setup for gaming. That's it. I mean, that's all she wrote, and I don't mean it was a saying. It wasn't calling Joel a girl. But anyways, taking a look at the photo, it's just a very straight to the point setup. And I do like it. I will give him props. If you go to the second photo, the usability is pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of double mouse padding. It's just not my thing. But if that's what you got to do because you want the desk pad with a mouse pad, then go for it. But for me, it's a no. It's a no. But
it's going to be a no from me.
Yeah, Simon Cowell is like really like British all of a sudden. But yeah, I like what he's going for. I think the little cacti, the light, you know, it's super cool. And we've seen that wallpaper to the skyline pretty often. The other side of the desk, I don't think it's really the best use of it, and I think it's a bit odd because that's not really an extension to a desk as much as it's its own standalone dresser. So think about it. He's sitting there and he's like, I gotta open up a drawer. Oh wait, opens drawer into self. Obviously I would assume he moves back, but doesn't it also throw you off, Tom, that the rug is like completely off?
That kills my OCD because it's like, just line it up with the dresser, please.
Yeah, and the cables, we're seeing cables back there. He didn't do a good job hiding it. And it also looks like your computer's off because there's no lights in there. So for me, it's just kind of like, come on, man. Like, do something pretty with that, and it's sticking out. I think that if you put some LEDs in it, it would actually look pretty good up on your desk. But that's just me. I don't think there's much to say for this setup. I don't think it's awful. Don't get me wrong. I do think there's a lot of easy things that could be done to really improve the overall look. And last thing I'll say about the setup, I want to ask Tom, do you think there is a legitimate theme?
Not legitimate, no, because he's got like a car, skyline, Harry Potter, nothing really that's like
there's no coherent theme. It's just very... So, yeah. Anyways, let's go to the next setup submitted by JP. Go figure. He's 15. He uses his PC for gaming, but he also has a Mac Mini under the desk, which you could see, and that is used for productivity. Now, I don't know the way he actually switches in between, if he has a switch or something like that, but it looks like he's rocking triple monitors specific to his PC in this photo. So I guess he can't really dual use. He's more so I'll use one at a time kind of guy. But, you know, with this, I really think it comes down to out of sight, out of mind. If we zoom in under everything, I think there's a lot of, like, little things. And I think one of the biggest issues is, these stands are just hideous. Yeah. And I know a lot of people would agree with me. They kind of make it a little more distracting than it needs to be under the desk. And I don't think it's, like, awful out of sight, out of mind. But from the desk to on top to underneath to the walls, I think there's a lot going on when really you can kind of dumb it down and improve the overall aesthetics. So for me, that was one of my biggest things. If we go under the desk, yes, for the most part, things are cable managed. It does look hectic, but it's not the end of the world. So it's not something I'm going to take a lot of points off for, if any. I think like 1 or 2 points came off because, yes, they look kind of like madness, but they are technically managed. The only thing I have an issue with is really the bottom left and cables here and there on the desk. But for the most part, I think he did a pretty solid job with that. The speakers, you know, I don't hate it. I think it works well considering he doesn't have the desk real estate for it. I would have ideally liked to keep the speakers on the desk and put the monitors up a little bit higher, taking them off their stand. But the problem is with a monitor like that, when you see one of those bitch ass stands, chances are it's not a VESA compatible monitor, and finding a configuration that will hold it up is pretty hard without using one of those really ugly adapters that have to actually bracket around the top and the bottom of the monitor. It's pretty awful, especially when the monitors are like the aluminum sort of look. Now, is there a way he could fix that? For sure. He can get a riser just for the monitors, still fit the speakers beneath, but that's up to him. I'm not a huge fan of the way it's currently set up, but like I said, it still works and it's still functional. But yeah, here's the other thing. Tom, the shelves, yay or nay?
You know, I like the stuff on them, but something just rubbing me the wrong way. I don't know.
Maybe the mason jars?
Yeah, maybe the mason jars, but then again, it's like a lot of stuff is cool and it's like you don't really see it like in rooms or like any setups I've seen before. So it's like a lot of cool stuff, but I just don't know how it looks like that, like the way it's displayed right now.
Yeah, I think there's one of the problems is the top shelf, which is kind of hard to even see. Yeah, you kind of see it. The stuff on it is so small that it doesn't make sense to be on top. You know, there's probably even more going on, but given the angle, we can't tell. And unless you're Yao Ming, it's going to be kind of hard to tell when you walk into someone's room. So I think really utilizing the shelf space for things that are significantly larger would be ideal. And you know, the stuff underneath I think is cool, but I also think that it could be organized a little bit better. And yeah, and then the stuff to the left of the desk, I think it's kind of cool. It's a little crazy, but it works. Here's the thing. He's 15. For a 15-year-old, this is pretty damn cool, and I think he did a good job. I just wish you kind of explained a little bit more about how you switch between the two, so on and so forth, but very cool nonetheless. Let's go to the next setup submitted by Oskar, 15 years old. By far the best setup of the day. And it's cool. It's got a lot going on. If we look at the above photo, we can see the cars all over the place. We can see he's got a pretty simple use of the wall, but it's not overwhelming, but it's not underwhelming. It's a pretty good balance. You know, I really like that he's got that canvas piece up above. The acoustic foam, of course, it's not like he's doing it for actual usability, but more so just like a little wall filler, which I think is nice. Now, my biggest complaint, and I know a lot of people might be on the same page, whereas others might think I'm overreacting. The monitor arrangement just gives me the biggest headache. And it's really, when you sit there, I get it. It's not bad. It really isn't. He's going for dual primary, which means he's not really much of a gamer because, you know, his email actually said he loves cars and he uses setup for productivity. So because of that, I can't really hate on him, but his wallpaper does say PC Master Race. So I don't know if that's specific to just, you know, PC versus Mac, or normally you hear PC Master Race in conjunction with gaming. But hey, for me, I do think having the matching monitors would be great. I mean, he's also using a BenQ, which I don't know why you need a BenQ unless you're specific to gaming. So, I mean, yes, BenQs are great, but normally people get them for fast response times and things like that. But I don't know. It's very confusing to me. So personally, I would like to see either... I don't think you need to get rid of one of the monitors. Maybe sell one, get a matching, or just maybe come up with a better solution. Now, I mean... that's really my main concern with it. Someone just said those are two different monitors. Obviously, isn't that what I was just saying? But yeah, I think all the little knickknacks here and there, that's cool. The speakers, the little globe. We have two globes behind me, which I think is funny. You know, I wish he got the Calyx shelving unit in black. I don't know.
I kind of like the contrast of like...
Really?
The wood, yeah. I mean, it's different.
I mean, he redeemed himself with the black and white fillers. Yeah. But what do you guys think? Yay or nay on the tannish sort of...
He was actually on Setup Spotlight, too, I should say that.
Yes, he was. I do like the entertainment setup, though. I think maybe if you had the room, it'd be better if it wasn't so close to the main desk. I feel like that's kind of weird. But if you're tight on space, then do what you got to do, you know? But I really do think it's fine. There's not a lot to complain about, but it's just like the monitor arrangement is one thing that kind of got me. But hey, cable management, things like that, it works well. I think he did a great job. Do you have anything else you want to add, Tom?
Nope. It's the best setup of the day by far.
Woo! All right, Lukas, 15. Now, this was his setup when he was on episode 93 of Pimp My Setup. Now, you would expect when somebody comes back, they're like, listen, I'm back. I'm about to get myself 100 because I know everything I need to do. Now, let's just take a quick gander at the shelving. The overall usability. It was just kind of like, I told him, man, you got to condense on the shelves. You got to get that usability back to where it's got to be. And what did he do? Well, he didn't really listen to me at all, honestly. I don't know what. I wish I could kind of like slap him across the face because, sure, he took the monitors off the riser and, the speakers, which were being he had extra speakers that were being demolished. He was like, okay, I don't need those. I'll just stick to these like ginormous ones that I don't need, which are bigger than the monitors. I'm not really feeling too good about the changes here. I think putting the bottles in front of the speakers is retarded. I really do think that. I think, whatever the hell, is that an anteater? I don't even know on the right speaker.
Oh.
Yeah. What is that?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't like it.
He's afraid of the heights. He's like, oh my God, the speaker's so big.
Yeah. And then the idea is to really, when I said condense on the shelves, I was telling you, get rid of stuff like mouse boxes, microphone boxes, mouse pad boxes, shoe boxes. What did you do? You did that. I don't understand why you feel the need to show off a box for a $50 microphone or a $20 mouse pad. I honestly just don't understand. Really confusing. Now, granted, you went to a white desk, which is, may I add, if we go to the next photo, a fold-out table. So it wasn't necessarily an upgrade, but here's the thing. I will give them props. Cable management was awful last time. It's a lot better this time. I still don't really care for all the equipment on the right side. I don't think that's the best spot for the PlayStation. I think the mini fridge could go elsewhere, but hey, at the end of the day, it was an improvement, so I'll give you props there. But I'm not a huge fan of the changes. I think having a candle literally in between your two monitors that is lit. And
so lit.
Normally people say lit as in like, that's a good thing. That is not a good thing. When you start burning into one of your displays, causing a house fire, which ultimately destroys everything your family has ever owned, you will probably go back in time and say, I'm going to not put a candle right here. So for me, I just, the wolf picture, I don't understand that. It was in the last one. It's still here today. It just not really making too much sense. So I'm having a hard time really kind of going into this setup with like a he did better attitude. It's more of a, did you really even care? Did ya?
Well, how's the usability on the monitors? Because I feel like
they might be too low now.
Yeah.
I think he had them up for a reason last time. I don't think it was just to support the speakers, which by the way, he was slowly killing. But I think, I don't know. It seems like it's too low. I don't even know if the one works. It looks like it's on, but there's nothing on display, so maybe it just hides the taskbar. But also putting the keyboard like literally up against the mouse. I mean, I don't know if you're just trying to trigger me, but you did a good job.
He wants to keep everything bunched together so you can see what he's working with.
Yeah, he's like, normally my mouse and keyboard are like this, but for the photo, right here. Sorry, people not watching the edited version. That probably hurt. But let's not waste any more anger on his setup. Let's go to Matthew, who's 14. Didn't say anything, so okay.
He just wants your opinion, and he just wants to get out. He's done.
Well, here's the thing. I absolutely hate what you did, and I don't mean that in a harsh way, but I kind of do. You do not split your main desk into two different setups, especially when one of them is for your laptop, especially when your desk not only has, problems with its legs, which it probably skipped leg day, but it is the most hideous desk that's not even that big. Just absolutely did not make sense, especially since you're trying to use two monitors for your main PC setup, which causes one to not even fully be on the side desk. Look at that. It's not 100% on there. It is being supported by a book. And in addition to that, the mouse pad extends into free-floating air. If he just moves his mouse a little bit too much to the right, that's it. I do not understand what it is he is doing. Your Xbox, is that his? No, that's his PC. Or what the hell is that thing?
That's an Xbox 360, I think. Wait, I don't know. No,
that's a PC. That's a PC. It's like the same design too.
Yeah.
He does have his Xbox One underneath, which that's pretty cool skin. But whatever, I don't even care.
Screw you, dude.
Yeah, you're a little bitch. But really, I just think you're 14, so I don't want to completely destroy everything you work towards. But this is utter shit. Here's how you fix it, Matt. All right. First off, you're putting a bad name out there for us, so stop.
Us Matts. I mean, not me, but
yeah. This is what you need to do. Take the laptop, put it off to that right side, then completely center yourself to. I don't even know if I could call it a desk. To the desk. Put the one monitor dead center. Take the other one, put it off to an angle. It should fit, and then you can center the keyboard. Put the mouse over. The mouse pad should work fine. You know, that would be it. Keep the right piece for your PC, for your console, for your laptop. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. The cable management is utter shit as well because you're just hiding it. You're not even trying to fix it. And whoever bought this furniture should be punched in the throat. Whoever designed it should also be punched in the throat. That is hideous.
Yeah, what do you even do with that? Like, it just doesn't work for anything. Like, I don't even know what you could use it for. Maybe just like a reading station, but like even then.
Yeah, I'm surprised it could support any of the things on top of it. And then, of course, you want to work on the stuff up above. But I kind of have this suspicion that you're maybe in like a living room of sorts, you know, and it's like your mom and dad are like, listen, bitch, okay, Scottish golf links is going to stay there. And yeah, I definitely think there's a lot you could do to fix this. Please fix it. Next, setup of the day, submitted by Justin. Justin's 14. Use setup for gaming. Not the best photos, but it's so hard, like trying to explain to people what kind of photos you need because they're just like, Dad, my photos were good. I think you just need to open your ass.
You can see the setup, dude.
Yeah, this is real good. Here's the problem with this setup. I mean, if we go to the next photo, the cables aren't terrible. We see the power strip, which is maybe the only issue that we could really see. And
I like how he's got that wrapped up.
Yeah, he's like, I'm never gonna unplug this shit.
I can't.
Honestly, maybe I would say if you could find a power strip with a longer cord, which is not that hard to do if you go to like Home Depot or something, it'll at least allow you to bring the cable down behind the trash can and run it on the bottom of the molding and at least completely hide the power strip. Now, the other thing that I kind of saw was the room layout itself didn't make sense. First off, you're right up against the door, and then there's a dresser right over there, which I would assume your chair has to be touching. And then you have a weird corner where you have like one of those gaming chairs and stuff like that. Just seems like, God damn it, Mike Panetta. It seems like the absolute worst layout you could go for. I feel like there was probably a better way of doing it, but I don't know. The fucking bug just went in my face. I don't know the exact way you could really make this work. I don't know. Now, the other thing, and this is a big issue, and I hope you're not offended, Justin, but this is 2017. I have to make the assumption. Those better not be participation medals. If any of them are participation medals, how dare you even hang them up? You do not deserve the medal. Get it out of here.
Bryce Harper from the Nationals, he said no participation trophies, only first place.
Yeah, that's so true, though. They got to stop giving out participation awards, whether it's a trophy, a medal, I don't care. Those all better be first place. Hey, even second place, even though Ricky Bobby would say,
bronze. Come on.
If you're not first, you're last, which is true. But I absolutely hate when people have participation awards because it makes you look like a softie. Listen, if someone hands you a participation award, take it and chuck it back at their face. It's like an old guy like, thanks for playing, even though this was just for fun. You're like, shut up, bitch.
The back right, that's his bed.
What?
That's his bed. It's a piece to part of his bed because I could see the mattress in the bottom right corner.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because where else would he put his bed? Because I feel like this room, he's in the back corner.
I was thinking on the complete opposite angle.
Yeah, no, I think that's a part of his bed. It's like the bunk bed kind of look.
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of confuses me, this whole setup. I don't think the usability of the actual setup itself is that bad. Obviously, I would like to see things like speakers, but of course you have the microphone. The overall usability, I think, is not bad at all. And the storage of the games and all that stuff, I think that's fine. I actually think your setup itself is fine. I really do. But I'm not a big fan of like the 4-year-old sports little pictures up above.
I had that.
Yeah, pretty sure we had the same sort of design. I think, yes, you're 14, Justin, but just kind of like bring it up to the teenage design, you know, make it a little more badass. But I do think the rest of it's fine. I don't understand the whiteboard either, because you can't even get to it, which is probably why there's nothing on it. And he also has a metal whiteboard on the other side. Yeah. Interesting. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the shelf either, because it looks like you have every toiletry Rubik's Cube you could ever need right there.
Oh, that little like peg thing that you like.
Oh, from Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool setup though. I just think the surrounding area is what needs work. It's not bad though. Don't think I'm being mean. But speaking of bad, this next setup is I'm just kidding. Submitted by Daniel. He's 15. You set up for gaming, watching movies, doing graphic design, and whatever. And
woodwork.
God damn, right? The paneling on wood desks. I mean, this is just this is everything is wood.
His monitor is wood.
I just here's the thing. It's such a simple setup, I can't really hate on it. But there's a lot that it's lacking. A good place for the headphones, speakers, more accessories, maybe a matching, a theme. I was going to say a matching color theme, but maybe just a theme in general would be nice. It just looks like you quite literally moved in to a wood cabin, Abe Lincoln style, and said, here we go. And that was it. So, okay. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, it's like, you need a coherent theme, stick to one color. You have blue, green, red. It's like, okay, let's choose one color and work from there, And it's like a very simple setup. You probably don't have to do anything until you actually move to a different location. So, you know what? It works for now, but, just improve.
Yeah. Next setup is submitted by Johnny?
Johnny. I'd say Johnny.
Yeah, I've never seen it spelled like that before, but he's 14. Final setup of the day. Using God pretty good. Damn it! Freshia Technica. Do not subscribe during the show, but thank you very much. Anyways, Joni uses setup for gaming. And, oh my God, are you in the same goddamn cabin as the last guy?
He's on the left side, basically.
Yeah. He's like, hey. And again, medals on metal. This is the weirdest thing ever. We had Justin with medals. We had Daniel with wood cabin. And now we have a guy in a wood cabin with medals.
Medals on medals.
Medals on medals on medals. I just have a hard time understanding what's going on here. Again, if those are participation awards, then I would assume... why? And like there's like 80 of them, right? Like if you got rid of all the participation ones, I'm sure there'd be none there. And it's not me making fun of you, Johnny, kind of, but I don't know. Anyways, I think here's the thing. Cable management, there is none. It's just kind of like wherever they got to go, sometimes wrapping them around like it's, a fun little game. If you go to the next photo, Tom.
Oh, okay. If I can...
There we go. Yeah, you see like coming out of the computer, like there wasn't really any attempt. It was just kind of like, this is what happens. Sometimes I'll wrap it around, but that's about it. And that's it. There's nothing on that nice wall panel right there. All that space is absolutely necessary for building a theme, and you didn't use it. The clock is ugly. I hope you didn't make it or your mom didn't make it because it's ugly.
That'd be pretty impressive if someone made that.
You never know. But yeah, I think it's a nice desk. But here's the thing too. You got to choose a primary. If you're going for, which it looks like you're going for the primary, you got to angle that other monitor in and really kind of get the usability for it. Otherwise, you need to make both primaries, which I don't think that's what you want to do. So place for the headphones, better cable management, a theme, things like that. I think it's super straightforward for the fix. I think it's odd that you have the white desk in this sort of...
Yeah, it just does not...
It doesn't feel right, but yeah. I don't know. Do you have anything you want to add to it?
No, you basically said everything that needed to be said.
course I do.
It's a simple setup, you know. You can't do much with it.
Agreed. All right, boys and girls, let's get into the scores. Joel with the 70, JP with the 72, Oskar with the 90, Lukas with the 68, Matthew with the 60, Justin with the 72, Daniel with the 62, and Jonne with the 58.
Did you get that? Did you get that, guys?
Did you guys get that? 70, 72, 90, 68, 60, 72, 62, 58. There we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup episode number 229. We're live on May 31st, 2017. My name's Philly. Follow me on Twitter at Philly. If you want to check out Tom is Philly on Twitter. There we go. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.